Tanks evolved a lot between the two world wars, especially their tactical deployment. By the time World War II started, military strategists had been thinking about various methods of how they could be delivered to the battlefield. One idea was by dropping them in from the air. The Soviets, along with other countries, had their own development program for airborne tanks. They conducted a couple of experiments for this purpose, of which the most interesting was the tank glider design. Behind this idea was the legendary Soviet airplane designer Oleg Antonov. He envisioned delivering light tanks to battlefields or even behind enemy lines by attaching wings to them. The T-60 light scout tank was adopted for this purpose. Antonov fitted it with a detachable cradle bearing large biplane wings made of wood and fabric with a twin tail. The wings were pretty large, with a wingspan of 18 meters. In essence, this was a glider with a tank in the front instead of a cockpit. Even though it was an interesting concept, it proved to be unworkable, which became evident during the trials on September 2, 1942, when a TB-3 bomber towed the A-40 flying tank. To function properly, the bomber had to tow the glider at a speed of 100 miles per hour, or 160 kilometers per hour. Considering the weight of the T-60 tank, this was virtually impossible. Nevertheless, the bomber managed to get the A-40 airborne, but had a lot of trouble towing it. In the end, the bomber pilot had to release the A-40. Surprisingly, the tank glided smoothly down to Earth and landed in a field not far from the airport, from where it was driven back to the base. However, the project was abandoned after the first trial, primarily for the towing problems. Apart from that, the concept had other issues. The tank had to be stripped of ammunition and some fuel to make it lighter. These things were dropped separately, which meant a delay in combat deployment until the crew located all their ammo and fuel. Another essential drawback was that by 1942, the T-60 was already an obsolete tank with weak armor and an even weaker armament. After only one trial, the development of the A-40 was abandoned, as due to the ongoing war, the Soviets had no time to waste on unfeasible projects.